to pursue this service learning course after Dr. Kosoku came to give a talk at a different class I had been taking at the time. I was drawn to it because I have never taken a service learning course before, but I have heard very good things, especially about classes such as the climate core or the stormwater course. I'm not sure if that was in place at the time, but I've heard of it, and I was very interested to try it. I wasn't expecting to enjoy the class as much as I did, or to learn as much as I did, but I was very pleasantly surprised, and I'm very glad that I took the class overall. I think this type of learning is so much more useful than traditional classroom learning. It really gives you a experience of doing the work that you're going to be doing in the future. So it gives you time to sort of sort out what you're good at, what you're not, what you need to work on, what you think will be important to your own specific future career, and what you think won't be. Traditional classroom learning is essential and important for an education, but I believe these kind of courses should be as well. I also took this course because I'm an environmental science major, and one of the requirements to graduate is an internship credit. The second part of this course, which I am signed up to take, will satisfy that requirement. I believe this course offers a very valuable asset to towns around Connecticut. So many towns have brownfield situations that they haven't been able to deal with because of lack of funding or lack of interest or many other reasons. This course provides towns that may be underfunded or understaffed additional resources to pursue their goals. For our particular town, the town of Canton, they didn't have many funds to spend on this site by themselves, and they didn't have particularly large staff assigned to this area. It was usually only one person that we dealt with. So having a team of 4 students working on this grant really saves them the time and therefore the money that they would have otherwise had to spend to try to get these funds. I believe the grant we produced was of good enough quality that the town does have a good chance of getting these EPA funds. It was difficult at times to do the best we could to make it very likely that we would be accepted, but I believe in the end we have a very good chance, and therefore the town has a very good chance of getting these funds and then helping their own towns. The town of Canton was very helpful and very on top of their brownfield situation. They know how important it is, they know how it's probably very polluted, and they know that it is very integral to their history. So they've wanted to do something with this site for a long time, decades or more. Therefore, they had a lot of information that they shared very openly with us, which was very useful. They have a lot of plans for what they want to do. If I had to pick something that could be improved in this town, then I would probably assign more people to work on the Brownfields project. We really only worked with the town planner, and there might have been 1 or 2 other people. I believe that a project of this nature will certainly eventually need more people, and they know that as well. But it would be nice to have that up front already. Of course, I understand that that could be a drain on town resources that they just can't afford right now. I may also suggest to them not having local businesses actually located so close and within the brownfield site itself when it has not been fully assessed. Again, I understand that it could be valuable tax revenue for the town and that these businesses have probably been there for years and it's, their location and they won't want to move now. So it's a difficult issue. But I would suggest, if I could, that they maybe don't have people working so close when there could be potential health hazards. One of the biggest challenges I know my group faced was time management and trying to find enough time to put into this project. Because to do this project well and to produce a quality grant, you need to spend hours upon hours researching and writing and editing and meeting with your groups to discuss details and communicating with various people that you need to communicate with. So on top of all of our other coursework, it was a bit of a challenge, but one that I believe we rose to in the end. It was also hard sometimes finding the information that we needed. As I said, the town of Canton was very helpful and gave us all the information that they had very openly, but there were certain things that they didn't have and didn't have access to, so we had to go and look for that ourselves. So I believe that gave us a chance to practice our researching skills, which could be very useful for our future careers as well. And I believe that in the end we found pretty much everything that we needed to. There were occasional times, I believe, in the end, I believe there was only one thing that we were unable to find, and that wasn't as integral to the grant as other things. So it wasn't completely necessary, and we ended up just not having the time and resources to get the information, unfortunately. But we did the absolute best we could, and in the end, the grant will not suffer for it. As I said, I believe this course really helps develop many skills that will be useful in the future. One thing I noticed myself was I had to practice and exercise my communication skills a great deal, especially in communicating with the town itself, the town planner, and the other community partners that we needed to reach for this grant. It could be a bit of a challenge sometimes, knowing how to sound professional, how to communicate with these various entities who probably have no idea who we are or what we're doing, so having to explain ourselves concisely, how to be persistent if they don't respond right away, but not too pushy, where it becomes inappropriate. So it was very good exercise in those abilities. I also believe to help me with a bit of public speaking in the presentation sense. I am always looking for more opportunities to practice that because it is not one of my strongest suits. So in preparing for the final presentation, I believe I got a good amount of exercise with that. I believe this project also helped with some team building skills within our team, at least, because obviously we have to work with each other very closely. We have to keep each other in the loop, give each other feedback, do all the things that would be necessary in a real world environment as well. If when you're working with a team to create some sort of project, whatever it may be, whatever we decide to go into. So I believe this course really helped us prepare for what we will hopefully face.